Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Guess where we're at? Just by the parking lot. You see it all the time. Bass Pro Shop. So here's what we're doing today. This is the plan. There are these combos that have been in here for, seems like these things have been in here for years, and I've never been able to get one. I'm always late. They only have left-handed models by the time I get in here to come around and pick one up. But they have two in here, like two different series, and they are the Garcia Rox Sandy combos. These things have literally been in here for like 3 or 4 years, and it's like they're seasonal. Normally around this time they start popping up, and I'm not sure if anybody's gotten one on YouTube yet, but I haven't done it, so I'm gonna do it. Hopefully they still have them, because I was in here last week filming a couple of videos and they had them, and I don't know if they're still gonna have them, because it seems like they pop up, then everybody buys them, and then they're gone. So we're gonna go into Bass Pro, buy a Rox Sandy combo today. Hopefully they have them, and they had left-handed models, and then they had like 2 different colors of right-handed. They had like a green, kind of like the green I'm wearing, and then they also had a navy. So it's Christmas time at Bass Pro, the most magical place to be. I'm pretty convinced that Bass Pro is the adult North Pole. Santa Claus might be somewhere in here. Let's go see if we can find this combo. Santa Claus is right behind me. We were just talking about him. He's right at the front. All right, so we got to get to the fishing, but we always zigzag our way around, of course, and we end up looking at something and probably buying it that just looks cool, so we get it. Also, too, I have a pretty serious bone to pick with Bass Pro, because you can't keep your rewards points. I was trying to save my rewards points to hopefully one day buy a bass boat out of here with all my rewards points. I know that'd probably be like 30 years down the road, but it's possible as much as I shop in here. But your points go away after time. And I learned that last time because I had like 30 rewards points, $30 worth, and then I had like $1 when I went to go check out. So bone to pick with Bass Pro, I hate that. They need to do away with that system. It doesn't make sense. All right, I gotta check this little spot. This is where all the left-handed models were. These are the Rox Sandy combos, but they're all left-handed right through here. So I see a couple more on this side. We're gonna go check these out. Yeah, these are all left-handed as well. All right, we're gonna go look over here. All right, so I did some research here. I'm gonna put the camera up here so I can talk to y'all a little bit. All right, so I did some research while I was over there, and the navy ones are mediums, and the beige or FD, whatever you want to call it, they are 7-foot medium heavy. So I wanted to get the medium heavy just because I feel like you can use it for more stuff. The medium is kind of like, you know, you can use it for a lot, but I started off with the medium, but I prefer a medium heavy if I don't know what I'm gonna throw on it, and I don't know what the fish are gonna be biting. We could have to throw a jig, we could have to throw a jerkbait. The medium would be better for a jerkbait, but we're gonna rock with the medium heavy. They're both 129, 7:1-to-1 gear ratio reel. I'm excited for this because I've never had one of them. Look at me. I'm knocking rods over and whatnot. They're gonna kick me out of here. It's my favorite store in the world. If I get kicked out of Bass Pro, I'm gonna pitch a fit. All right, so we got our combo. We're gonna go check out. 129 bucks. I'm not even gonna use my rewards card and my points go away. No, I didn't even get like a notification or anything. They just were gone. We're gonna go check out. We got our fancy combo. Hopefully we can go catch some big old big mouth bass on it, so stay tuned. Boom, $140 later, I'm the proud new owner of a Rox Sandy combo. Gosh, I'm so excited for this. I hope we catch 100. The only thing that I'm worried about, the wind's really not blowing today like it's been blowing the past few days when the fishing's been really good, but it comes and goes. So hopefully the wind will pick up a little bit and we can catch a few. So stay tuned. We're gonna go throw this thing around and hopefully catch a few big ones on it. I'll tell y'all all about it when we get done. All right, guys, so we have 2 things that I have to say. First, welcome. We are here with the Rox Sandy combo. We literally just bought it an hour ago from Bass Pro Shop, so now we're gonna try to take it out on the water, catch some fish on it. So the spawn that we're at, the past couple of days, I've been coming out here and I've been having pretty decent days, but I've been catching them. Yesterday I caught them on a jerkbait, and then I caught a big one last night. I caught a big one last night on a rattle trap. So one lure that I've always found pretty cool, but I've never really caught a whole bunch of fish on, is a underspin. So there's another guy out here right now. He's kind of in the spot where I've been catching a lot of my fish. So we're gonna let him have that. But while he fishes through that, and hopefully misses all of his fish, we're gonna fish over here with this underspin and see. I'm gonna just cover water, see if they'll eat it. It's the perfect time right now to fish the underspin because they've been chasing bait like nobody's business and just schooling like crazy. All right, so here's our underspin. We got a little small swim bait with, I believe, maybe like a 1/4 ounce head, something super light. We don't have a lot of wind today compared to like what we've had out here, but still a little windy. Yeah, so we're gonna get some casts. I really haven't caught too much over here, nor have I seen too much commotion over here on this side, but we're gonna get some casts and just try it out. You know, fish it along the bottom. After we throw this a little bit, we'll go over to our other spot. Hopefully the guy will be out of it and we'll go try it out. But the rattle trap worked well for us last night, and also the jerkbait worked well for us yesterday. So I imagine this rod will be a little bit better for like what we're doing now, or a rattle trap, but you never know. You never know. But honestly, this rod feels amazing. I love the wind grip and I love the black Abu Garcia. Wind grips are nice. The Rox Sandy next generation. I think this is like a Bass Pro Shops exclusive rod. Don't quote me on that, but I've only ever seen it at Bass Pro Shops, so just gonna make that guess there. But yeah, I got 12-pound, or no, this is 15-pound fluoro on this reel, and I stole it off of a Black Max because I didn't have any line with me, but I had a Black Max in the truck, so I just took the line off of it. Cast pretty good. It does feel like it could use maybe like a little bit of like grease or lube or something like that to loosen it up a little bit, but also it's a brand new combo. I'm sure that probably has something to do with it. We just got to get a few casts in with it, break it in. But the reel, honestly, it looks like the Zeta platform. It looks like maybe a cheaper way to get a Zeta. I'm not sure about the inside components of the reel versus the Zeta, but it has that same Zeta profile. This one just isn't the Zeta green or like Zeta white. It has the old school handles. The new generation of Revos have like a new style handle. So I like these. They're a lot beefier than like what the old Black Max handles used to be, or like some of the older Abu reels. I like the beefier handles. I really like the new ones on the Revo series, but this isn't a Revo series reel. If you want the Revo series handles, you gotta get the Revo series reel. Impression out of the box, 7:1 gear ratio. It's a good do everything combo, 7-foot medium heavy rod. I think with these combos, with the bait casting combo, 9 times out of 10, I feel like most of the time you're paying for the reel. You're not really paying for anything too crazy in the rod. A good 7-foot medium heavy rod, you can do so much with it. It really, I hate to say it doesn't matter, but like, there's applications that the rod can get you by in. You might not want it if you're fishing for like finicky bass and you're throwing some super light Texas rig, like a 1/4 ounce Texas rig around, and you need to just feel them pick it up. Felt like I just hit something there. One thing that we don't have today is anywhere near as much wind as what we've had. The wind gusts, or the wind blowing today, has just kind of been like, it blows a little bit, then it leaves. It blows, and it leaves. Past couple of videos that we filmed out here, the wind's just been like, whew. But the wind's not gonna stop us from catching fish today. All right, we're gonna zip over to our spot. We'll start kind of at the top side of it and work our way down. And also I'm gonna tie on the jerkbait just to go with, start back. I wanna catch one. I wanna start back with something I know.
1 hour later.
Maybe everybody's throwing like the same thing. A lot of the baits are probably white that these fish see, so maybe like a red or something like that. Maybe switch it up. I did catch one yesterday and it had red lips. Got the orange stunner, some schooling fish. Let's see. Right there on top of it. Oh, there we go. Look, those long pauses. Long pauses. On the blaze. First one. Hey, that's not a bad one either. That's what you want. Let everybody know you're here, baby. That's a good one. Those long pauses. Went to jerk it and nothing was there. Oh, come on. Let's go, baby. That's like a 4. Ooh. First one. Jerk bait. Cool. That's our first one. Long pauses, long pauses, long pauses. Man, that is so difficult for me. But I mean, when you're catching fish, you know it works, and it's a lot easier to have those long pauses. But that's a bigger one. Boys, got our first one. I said I was gonna throw a few different things, but I'm gonna keep that tied on. And just go ahead and, I like to reel, go ahead and get it down, and then pop and let it sit. Then pop it, let it sit. I'm counting to 3 in my head every time I pop it. So just pop. 1, 2, 3, and I like even take a second to say 1. Like pop it, and then 1, 2, 3. Reel a little bit of slack out, pop it again. Sorry, I thought I had a bite. A little bit of slack out. 1, 2, 3. That was a good first fish. I kind of wish I would have weighed them just so we have like a benchmark. See if we're going up or down in size. Been out here for 30 minutes before we got our first one. When it comes to these jerk baits, it's like you gotta really let it sit. And it's the same thing the other day. It's like you gotta pop it and then let it sit for 4 to 5 seconds. You would always, most of the time when I was getting bit, it was like I'd be turned around doing something in the kayak and then one would come up and get it. We did catch one. That's the only one I have. 112 plus 1. Or I know it'll dive deeper. Let's see if it'll have a different result. That was a big one. There we go. What a bass, baby. Yeah, that's number 2, nonetheless. Plot twist, all the ones that are down there chasing shad are actually this size. Not a crazy one, but it's a bass. It's number 2. We are getting bit, boys. All right, wind's blowing back here. I mean, in theory, this should be where all the fish are at. They're just schooling back there. That's just the decoy. All the real ones are back here. But we're about to find out. Just kind of fishing this open water back here because it's pretty shallow. Not saying that the fish can't be in the shallow water, but if I was a bass and I had the option, I would prefer to be out here somewhere. Just since there's a lot of water over here that I want to cover, I'm going to do a quicker technique than a yo-yo. Just reel 3 or 4 times really fast and let it sit and fall. I feel like we just got bit on it right there. There we go. That's a good one. Good one. He hasn't came up yet. That's a really good one. Hey. Come here. Oh, on the rattle trap. Boom, let's go, baby. I love that reel. It felt really good. Need to tighten my drag up a little bit. Check that out. Not as big as that first one, but still a really good one. Boom. Let's go. Let's go. That was on the yo-yo retrieve. I switched it up for 1 second and got one to eat it. Cool. All right, so got rid of all the eye candy that we were looking at, thinking that the bass should be down there where they're schooling at, and we got 2. Ooh, I feel like I just brought it into another one right there. We got 2 of them over here, both on the rattle trap. So we got 1 on the jerkbait, 2 on the rattle trap, and the rattle trap's probably a lot better lure to be throwing, just for the simple fact on this rod, 7-foot medium heavy. That's what I would prefer all day, especially catching ones like that. So we need to tighten our drag because I turned my handle a couple times and it didn't do anything. And it's so hard to do an honest review on these combos because, like, when you catch a fish and you're landing them, it's just like, oh yeah, it's awesome, I love it, I love it. And then also too, this is so long in the making because I've been staring at these combos at Bass Pro Shop probably for 2-3 years now, and I finally have my hands on one, so it's pretty nice to have it and, you know, actually be able to use it, and we're catching fish on it too. Caught 2 on a rattle trap and 1 on a jerkbait. No, for a fact. I think this is 15-pound fluoro on here, so that's okay for a rattle trap. I like it just because fishing, I'm fishing in a pond right now. I'm not fishing in a lake. Now these fish are pressured probably, but if I was in a lake, I'd probably want 12 just to, you know, make it a little bit more finesse, if you will. But this 15 in here just kind of helps me to go longer if I find something that they really like without having to retie, work it. You know, I'm gonna cast in a tree eventually. I'm gonna get hung up on a brush pile or something like that. So having that 15-pound test really helps, especially with this rattle trap. For me, as far as line sizes go, my main lines that I'm gonna be throwing, one is gonna be definitely 12. I'm always gonna have 12, and then anything that's either a bigger bait, I'm gonna probably catch bigger fish with it, or I'm gonna be fishing around more structure, I'm going 12. I really don't, in Alabama where I'm at, I don't have a use for 17, 20. I'm not doing anything like super heavy grass. Like, I'm not super grass oriented. I might fish a pond with grass in it, but I'm not catching fish out of the grass or out of brush piles to the point where I need it. Now next year when I start going to more lakes, best believe I'm gonna keep a spool of 17, 20-pound fluoro. But as of right now, is that a fish? As of right now, I'm a pretty firm believer that 12 and 15 can get it done in most situations. Man, you can't tell me this little pocket right here isn't just loaded with fish. Like, I'm definitely gonna make some cast out here in the middle because wind's blowing over here. Past couple of days it's been blowing this direction. At first it was blowing back the opposite way. So even though they're out there schooling on those bait fish back behind us, you know for a fact there's definitely some that are over here too. I really like fishing a bladed jig in this pond. I feel like this pond kind of taught me how to fish a bladed jig in so many ways, because the average depth out here is maybe, in a lot of spots, it's probably about 4 or 5 foot. And that 4 or 5 foot depth, it's about 4 or 5 foot, but the bottom's actually probably about 8 feet down, but there's a lot of grass grows in the bottom layer of this pond. So with that grass being in here, it just really sets up as a good pond to throw bladed jigging. Let's get the remote out of our pocket before we get stuck in this grass. All right. So I'm gonna start off with the rattle trap in here. I'm gonna try this color. I threw it a little bit the other day, didn't have any luck on it, but historically it's been a really good color for me. Oh, there we go. For the war pig. I thought we might not need as much flash. This one looks like a big one. Oh, it is. It is a big one. That's the biggest one of the day. On the war pig. Oh, that's a really big one. Come here. Let's go. Look at that. On the war pig, baby. Oh, man. Whew, look at that one. That one could potentially go 5. Look at the mouth on him. Let's weigh it. Oh, this is so much fun. On the Rox Sandy combo. Didn't miss a beat. Didn't miss a beat. I'm sold on this combo. The thing is, you have to go to Bass Pro Shops to get it, so not everybody will be able to get one. Alright. 490. Let's weigh him again. Hey, 502. There we go. I like that one. 5 pounder. Ooh. Boys, look at that. Good old 5 pounder on the war pig. Made the switch and hooked up. That is a really good fish, a huge one. That's one of my biggest fish all year, honestly. On Decemberary. Where does that word come from? Decemberary. On December, what's today, the 5th? December 5th. One of my biggest of the year. 5 pounder. Dude, awesome, awesome. You gotta really appreciate these fish because they don't come around often. So yeah, but you also gotta make sure you put them back so they can continue to grow. Let's go, baby. Let's go. That feels so good. I have this war pig linked down below in the description. I can't tell you when. I think it might have been like 2 or 3 years ago. I just had started coming up to like Birmingham because I grew up in the Oxford area. So I just started coming up to Birmingham, Hoover area to start fishing. I found this pond that's like, I didn't know at the time, but it was like really private. But who hasn't? You know, we all have our times. But I started throwing this exact war pig in there, and guys, I promise you, I was catching like 30 a day. And not even 30 a day, like 30 in 2 hours. And that was unheard of for me. But I recently found these again. I saw them on Berkeley's website. I was like, yeah, I need some of those just to recoup the old magic. And I threw them a couple days ago in another video and wasn't able to hook up. But man, there's just certain lures that, like, you know, you have lures that they work really well for you for 2 or 3 weeks, and you're like, then you just put it down and don't ever really throw it again. Or at least me, because I fish so much. Like, I'm always on to the next or trying something new, or I find something that might work better. But it's always cool being able to throw a lure that used to work really well for you. And I was doing the old cadence like I used to do, just crank, pause, crank, pause, and it got 8. And then this thing, so we don't have as much wind and it doesn't make as loud of a noise as that rattle trap does. So I feel like the combination of those 2 things was like perfect for the bass we just caught. And then also too, let's see how deep it is over here. It's a hard bottom, it's a sand bottom, you can hear it. But, I mean, it ain't but, that might be 3.5 feet, but it's sand. So this is like a good spawning spot. Like if that bass probably will hang out here for a long time if it's a sandy, sounds like a sandy bottom right here. All right, guys, so we haven't caught, shoot, I don't know when the last time we caught a like legit 5-pounder was, but we did it today on the Rox Sandy combo, and I'm so happy about it because I feel like it was perfect. I've waited to get this combo shoot for, I've been eyeballing one of these for probably 2 or 3 years, and I was never able to get it. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I would get to Bass Pro Shops and they would be sold out of right-handed models, or the ones that would be in there, you know, people would take the spool out, or, you know, it'd always be something, it'd always be some reason I go in there with the intent of filming a video, I'm gonna get the Rox Sandy combo, but it would never work out. But we finally got our shot at the Rox Sandy combo, and I'm super happy we got it when we did, because we caught a 5-pounder on it. I haven't caught a 5-pounder in, shoot, who knows how long. So this is the real 7-1-1 gear ratio, real 7-foot medium heavy rod. I mean, it's pretty much your standard bait caster. And my honest opinion on it, for $129, I think it's a great value, because if you handed this to me blind, I would probably say it's at least a $169, $170 combo. But $100 from Bass Pro Shops, I don't think you can really beat it. It might be one of the better combos in that $100 range. I definitely think I like it. If you have any questions about the combo, leave them down below. I'll do my best to answer any questions you might have. I really just think this is a good combo for, you know, somebody that just needs to add an extra one. I don't think it's it's not a lipless crank specific or a Texas rig specific. It's just a good do everything option for whatever you might want to use it for. And those are really my personal favorite ones, the ones that you can just grab, go. I can tie a frog on this, I can tie a popper, I can tie chatterbait, rattle trap, Texas rig. You know, it's just one of those that whenever I'm in the kayak or on the bank, I can just pick it up or turn around, grab it, and tie whatever I need to tie on, dial it in, and cast it. I don't have to, you know, it's not a specialty combo. It's not too short, not too long, not too fast, not too slow. It's just perfect. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. The Rox Sandy combo. We finally got our hands on one, and when we did, it was good. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If there's any other gear, any store you want me to purchase, so you don't have to, I like to do it so y'all don't have to. We bought a $350 rod, or reel. Probably about to buy a $400 or $500 rod. So that being said, like this video, please. No, seriously, like it, please. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to fish from hard. Have a good day. See y'all. Peace.
Chasing the bag, I'm racing the clock. Look at them flop, watching them flop. Used to see this in my sleep. When I ain't had shit but my thoughts in the car, I really was lost. Now I'm public with the soundscapes.